If you are struggling in your finances and feel totally overwhelmed, I want to tell you about a workshop we are doing tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you're watching this later, the replay is going to be available, but I'll show you kind of what comes with the workshop, different ways you can join us, all the different options. I'll let you know as you're hopping on. Tell me good morning. Tell me if you are someone who feels like you kind of understand your finances, or tell me if you're someone who struggles in your finances. I'd love to hear, what is your biggest financial worry? What's your biggest stress? What do you get anxious about when you think about your money? Tell me what those are in the comments. I would love to hear. And I'm going to show off and tell you kind of what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow we are doing the money planning workshop. It's a workshop from 7 to 9 Eastern time where we're going to cover everything to do with money. And basically about a year and a half ago, my team really pushed me to create a money planner because we had so many, I've been blogging here for 10 years and we had so much content on the site, but there wasn't really a way for me to put my blog stuff into your hands. So this is basically like, for about 3 months, I sat and put this together and came up with all the things I would want, and we created the money planner. The workshop is tomorrow night. It is included. If you buy the money planner or the money planner PDF files, either one, you're gonna get, the money planner PDF files are like they're like $16.95. They're super cheap. The money planner, if you want something sent to you, you wanna get the money planner with the envelopes. The workshop tomorrow night is gonna be at 7 Eastern time. Like I said, you can watch the replay. It will be available. You'll get this also to kind of go through, but I want to talk through the money planner and what it actually does. I want to talk to a couple pieces of your finances, and then I'm going to answer your questions. I did try to just start printing off the PDF files so you could see it's 170 pages of PDF files, so it's pretty amazing. But when you get the money planner, it of course has stickers. Here's the thing. I went and I looked at like budgeting. I actually ordered every budget binder on Amazon and saw everything I could see to just see if there's somebody else who's already made a great product. I would rather just tell y'all to go get them. It's a lot of work to make our own products. But when I was looking around, I didn't see anything that made me like happy about taking care of our finances. And as somebody who struggled for probably the first 35 years of my life, I just watched us, not really, money was hard. Money was just hard. And so the last 10 years, and honestly the last like 2 to 3 years, we truly do have financial freedom, and it is the happiest gift. And I just want to give it to you guys. So I'm going to tell you what's included with the money planner. Like I said, you get the money planner, you get the envelopes, the workshop tomorrow night, but I want to walk through really truly like what it actually is. I'm going to tell you, if you're here, do any of y'all have the money planner? If you have it, I would love for you to open up to page 30 in the money planner, or page 32, I think, in the PDF files. So again, if you snag these by today, you'll be invited to the class tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Click the link in the video if you just want to do the PDF files. But what I love about this is it's just going to go through and tell you really clearly what to do every day. So if you will start on page 30, if you're confused and you're like, Laurie, I don't even understand this. When you start on page 30, it's going to give you a checklist, and you're just going to walk through your checklist. So you're going to start by reviewing your 1-year financial goals, then reviewing your 5-year financial goals. And at the beginning of the month, you just check those things off. That's all you're going to do. And it tells you exactly what pages to go to. You're going to complete your monthly budget worksheet. You're going to fill out your bill payment schedule, update your savings account ledger, complete your debt reduction plan, call a phone, cable, internet, or another service and ask for a discount, review membership. So you'll do those things once a month, and you'll just check them off the list. So if you're new and you don't know where to start, just walk through that. The next thing you'll do is you will go do a few things once a week. So at the beginning of every Monday of the week, you're going to review those financial goals. You're going to clip and print and organize some coupons if you are doing couponing. You're going to make a menu plan. Everything is right here. So I won't read it out for you, especially if you have it. And then this is the biggest thing, and this is a really hard reminder, but every single day you are going to purposely spend as little as you can, and then complete your daily spending ledger. All that's going to be is you're going to think to myself, do I really need to buy that thing on Amazon? Because maybe you don't. Do I really need to go to Starbucks? Maybe you don't today. And so you're going to think through what those things are. Then this is probably, to me, the one thing I didn't see. There are a lot of things I didn't see. Y'all, the budget binders that are out there are made by companies, not by moms who, like, my heart wants to see you win. I do get paid. If you order a money planner, obviously I'm going to make some money. And I appreciate you supporting my business 1,000,000%. But I will tell you the reason we created this is I'm a mom who wants to actually see you win at this. And I'm not just a big company. There's no I spent hours figuring this out because I want you to have success. So a couple of things we're going to talk through is there anything in your home you could sell each month for extra cash? Is there any extra work you could do for extra money this month? Do you have any returns you can make this month? We're going to get in the nitty gritty. What's your biggest financial goal? Who will benefit because you chose to spend wisely today? Every single day, I want you to be thinking, who is going to benefit because I chose to not buy that Starbucks? Who's going to benefit because I chose not to buy that thing on Amazon? Who's going to benefit because I chose to live differently? And what are you most excited about in regards to your financial future? Then we're going to go through, and then it's got the ugly pages, y'all. The ones we don't want to do, the budget. Obviously, we've got these two. So it's kind of like going through the psychology of why are we doing this? And then the money of how do we do this? We're going to have a couple more questions here. One that I absolutely love the most, and I really want you to fill out on page 32 because it's so important to me. This month, actually, I'll fill this one out right now as we go. Let's see. This month, I'm saving for, and figure out what you're saving for, vacation. To make that happen, I'm willing to give up Chick-fil-A, which would be painful because I love me a night out Chick-fil-A. Instead of spending my money on the drive-thru, how much do you spend each week at the drive-thru? Y'all tell me, how much do you spend at the drive-thru each week? I'm going to use it towards vacation. This is so very worth it because my kids are depending on me. Every single time you walk into the grocery store, every time you drive through Chick-fil-A, every time you go to Starbucks, every time you make a purchase on Amazon, every time you go to Walmart and pay too much, every time you go to Walmart and overbuy and get the large thing of Nutella instead of maybe the Walmart brand version of whatever, every time you go anywhere, you are saying, this is what I want my money to do with you. I want to encourage you to say, this is what I really want to happen. Okay, so we're going to go through some of the ugly worksheets. So in the class tomorrow, we're going to cover a bunch of the worksheets and walk through them. This is the budget worksheet. This is how you're going to do your budget. How many of you have done a budget? Tell me yes if you've done a budget. If you want, yeah. Oh, let's see. This is what frustrated you. I want to know exactly where to find all these things, all her items. Okay, Barbara, I hope you can find everything you need. Okay, there's the budget worksheet. So if you've never done a budget worksheet, this is going to be scary. It's scary to me, but it's going to help you have a totally different view of how you manage your money. Probably, oh, let me show you this page. I've got a lot of pages to show y'all. Do y'all want to just see? And again, the workshop will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll walk through all of this. You've got your bank account information worksheet. This is something I would keep in a special place, kind of hidden. You don't want to keep this one way out in front of everything. You got your subscription information, credit card information. You could make copies of these. This is probably your password organizer. All of these things you can keep separately. This is a big one to me. How many of y'all have one of these? It's an in case of emergency worksheet. And what this is the reason I'm super passionate about this one is probably something that maybe some of y'all have experienced, maybe some of you haven't. If you're younger, you probably, maybe, hopefully haven't gone through this. But when someone passes away in your family, there are certain pieces of information you need to know. There's just some basic things you need to know. If you don't have this written down anywhere, no one's going to know it. And a few years ago, that happened to me, and there was some just yucky situation around it, and the information was never written down, and had it been, it would have been way more comfortable for us. And you can see these are my notes where I was practicing, because I obviously am not writing for the whole world, my family's personal stuff, but you need to know like your family's health history. If you can hand this binder to your children when something happens to you, if you can hand it to your spouse, if something happens to you, if they just know this is where all the information is, to me, this sheet is worth its weight in gold. Okay, I'm going to try to skip off that sheet, but I just had to show you that. Back to budgeting. We're going to talk about grocery budget expenses, a debt reduction plan. The one thing I wanted to walk through with you guys is this savings account ledger. I wrote a long blog post about this, and we'll go through it again tomorrow night in the class. But I want to walk through what this actually is, because I know it's really confusing for some folks. This is the savings account ledger, and basically what it is it's a place to talk about all of the savings for things that come up that have to be saved for throughout the year. Because if all of a sudden you have a car replacement, let's say for example, your homeowner's insurance is $1,000 a year, and I'm just saying round numbers to keep my life easy. Okay, actually, 150 would be 1,200. Let's say it's $1,800 a year. If your homeowner's insurance is $1,800 a year, now you may have an escrow, and so that's not a super big deal. But if you don't have an escrow, you've got to save $150 a month. So this is basically at the beginning of the month. What we've done is we take out a certain amount of money. In the example I'm showing, it's $1,575. Each month, then, it's automatically withdrawn from our checking account into our savings account. So at the beginning of the month, before we spend any money, $1,575 is going to go into a separate account. It's a savings account. We actually have a Excel sheet. We're going to try to get y'all a Google sheet, a doc sheet that will show you this. On that sheet, it then goes money into each section. So eventually, I'm going to want to buy some new furniture. So I'll save $50 a month. What I loved about this, you can do this 2 different ways. Some people just lump out $1,500 a month. When something comes up, that's kind of our crisis money. And so we just grab it. For me, especially in those early years, we really had no money for furniture. And I asked my husband to just put a tiny bit of money into our furniture replacement fund that was untouchable, so that once a year I might be able to buy a little table or something that I really, really was looking forward to. So I like this sheet because I can go in and say, hey, honey, we've got $150 in the furniture replacement fund, and I saw a cute table over at Hobby Lobby. It would be okay if we spent it on that. Now, you can also, now that our finances are a little safer, we just kind of put a couple $1,000s away every month into that savings account. And that way, when a big crisis comes up or a big bill, or like last month, our son's car, of all things, someone stole the car? Something underneath it. There's some part underneath it that people are stealing and selling. Anyways, his got stolen. It was like an $800 repair. Because we had money in our car repairs and tires fund, we were not freaked out. It was not a big deal. So, okay, that hopefully helps with those things. So I'm going to tell you all about the workshop tomorrow night. Let me know what questions you have. If you want to join us for the workshop tomorrow night, it is 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. You can come and if you just buy the PDF files, they're $16.95. You get all of the worksheets. You get access to the private Facebook group. You get the money handout worksheet. You get the class. And it's $16.95. If you would like us to mail you a copy of all of this one you're just going to print on your own. This is just a worksheet for the class. But if you want all of this mailed to you so you don't have to print it out, it's expensive to print out if you don't have a good printer at home, so you might want to just order it from us. We will send you the PDF files and you can join the class. Yes, Pam, it was a catalytic converter. That's exactly what happened. You're currently trying to pay off your car. Do you still need to be saving? Lacey, I would not save for your for a new car until your car is paid off. You're right. So put everything you can towards paying off that car as you can, for sure. Let me see if I can get through a few questions. Y'all knew what it was. Do you put it all in one savings or open? So, Angela, that's such a good question. I'm going to go open back up to that page. What we do personally is we have one that is for this is a good page too, y'all. That's the bill payment schedule. I really like that page. What we do is we actually do one account for our savings. So like our emergency fund, we have 2 savings accounts. We have a few savings accounts, but specifically in regards to this, we have one savings account that would count for, hang on, let me go back to that page so I can show you. All of our savings, there we go. Our emergency fund is in one savings account for us. So we have emergency fund savings that only is emergency fund. So that's like, something awful happens, we need some money, that's where we go. Then we also have a separate for this other one. There are lots of different ways. Some people have lots and lots of savings accounts set up. We just have it on paper, kind of moved out. Let's see. Let me see your other questions. Well, yes, Mary, replay will be available after it for sure. Your savings amount but Erica, she just said your savings each month is your entire budget. I totally get that. So we tried to base this, I think I based this all on $4,000 or $5,000 take home a month. That's the problem though. A lot of times we don't realize how much these things cost and they become a surprise. So if you're in a place where that's your budget, you would probably, so let's say this right here, this is total, is your entire budget. there's a lot of things you would take out. So let me just show you what I would take out in a hot minute if I was on a super tight budget. I would always have your emergency fund. If you do not have $1,000 in your emergency fund, at least start with 500. Go sell something. There is something in your house. I guarantee you can sell. Go Uber until you have $500 in a savings account. Do not dare go to anywhere except Aldi or a really cheap grocery store. And please don't go to Chick-fil-A. If you don't have your emergency fund, y'all, you stop spending everything and you go find an extra side hustle job for a little bit to make some money till you have $500 in that savings account. Right now, honestly, as much as everything is costing, if you are willing to work, you can make some money right now. So y'all, I'm telling you, get $500 to $1,000 in that emergency fund. If you have a tiny budget, you're not going to have a car replacement fund at this point, probably. You probably have your escrow in, your saving, your homeowners and real estate taxes in, and probably even your HOA fees might be in your escrow account, so that might help. You may not be able to have $100 for home repairs. Maybe do 50. But here's the thing. A home repair is going to have to happen. If you have that emergency fund, though, that's going to help with that. Furniture replacements, you're not going to have that if your budget is tiny. Yard maintenance, you're not going to have that. Life insurance is really, 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 really cheap if you're young, so grab it if you can. Doctor bills and prescriptions, budget a tiny amount if you can. Skip the clothing, skip the Christmas gifts, skip the other gifts. You know what? If Christmas comes and you don't have any money for it, you don't have any money for it. You don't buy gifts. And now, obviously, if you have small kids, I don't want to ever say someone should not buy any Christmas gifts, but maybe they're the only people you buy Christmas gifts for. Hair care, you can maybe come up with some cheaper things to do. So you may not have a vacation fund. Car insurance, oil changes. Oil changes you're going to need. So some of these things I would say are things you're absolutely going to need. Okay, I hope that helped. You may be able to file a claim with your yes, we thought about that. Where do you print out the workshop notes? We're going to send those out to you via email. How do you get the workshop handout for the class? We are sending that out today. In fact, I just got the file. I'm about to send it out in email. My camera is going to die here. Sorry. I'll go back up here. I'm going to read through questions super fast. Is the class on Facebook? No, the class is actually on a different thing, and it's amazing. You definitely want to do the class. It's fantastic. You have an emergency fund and occasions. You are having a hard time staying on low income. Kathy, I would really encourage you, if you can, to think of ways to make some extra money. Why wouldn't you put an insurance claim in for your son's theft of a vehicle? I think because my husband hates having the cost of insurance go up. So that was why when we looked at what our insurance would go up, it was easier just to pay it ourselves. Going to order this for your daughter today. I'm so glad, Julie. Okay, I think I got through all of your questions. Anyways, I think that's it. So if you are interested in joining us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, the replay will be available. Cheryl, if you order the physical products, yes, you will get the PDF files. Linda, the class will be online at 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. I'll show y'all one more time what you get. If you order the Money Planner physical copy, you're going to get the Money Planner, 10 budgeting envelopes, all mailed to you. You'll get the PDF files and you'll get the workshop tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you do just the PDF files, it's only $16.95, so it's super reasonable, and we just are going to get you motivated. You're also going to get to be in the private Facebook group. You'll get the workshop handout. You will get all the PDF files. It's 160 pages. I tried to start printing them this morning, and then my printer decided to quit on me. But this is how they print. So they print really well. So I wanted to print it out for you to show you how much content there was there. Yes, 5 p.m. East Mountain Time, 7 Eastern. You love this planner, also the home planner. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I've got a really good friend who makes an awesome homeschool planner for kids, I think, and maybe for adults too. Yeah, check out notconsumed.com. She has a great one. The replay will be posted. We'll send you an email with the link to the video. I think that's it. I think I got through all of your questions. Y'all, I know that our finances are all different, and it's really hard to compare. I went with what I did when I was going through the worksheets is I kind of just guesstimated. I went and looked at what most people said their annual income was, and we kind of went from that. Their monthly income after taxes. So I went kind of based on that and came around with a budget. In fact, I can show you. I think it was based on $5,000 a month take home, which I know is a lot for a lot of you. When I started doing the math on it, I was like, $5,000 a month it sounds like a lot. it doesn't go as far as you think it will do. Once you go, oh, there's the daily spending ledger. You just purchased the HPM money planner. Yes, you will definitely get in the workshop. You're excited for the class. If we already have this, can we do, yes, you can join. It's tomorrow night, Kay, and yes, you will be able to join us. We will send you an email with everything we got for sure. Please send me the link to the video. And I'm shut them in drawer waiting for your video. Okay. Why only 10 envelopes? Because the envelopes are not monthly. Hopefully that helps. Trying to motivate yourself to clean and meal prep. I love that. Okay. I think we got everything, guys. I know these are the hardest videos to do, but I just encourage you, if you feel like your finances are overwhelming you, I really do think that this will help. I am so excited to meet y'all there. Do not buy this. If you know that you will buy this and not do the work, just don't buy it. Like, don't waste your money on it, please. That would make me so sad. But if you want to see a different thing, y'all, we just wrote it all down for you and hopefully made it super easy. I think you're going to love this. I am so thankful for you guys. I will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I can't wait to see you there. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.